My name is Sharon Cochran. I came kicking and screaming to McLean County in 1972. My husband was starting a new job here. I didn't want to come back to the Midwest. I thought it would be boring. Then I stumbled onto Head Start. That first year, I volunteered with Spanish-speaking families, assisting them with health and dental appointments. In 1973, the director position came open. I was hired during a transition period when Head Start went from being a part of the McLean County Economic Opportunity Corporation, that is MCEOC, to being a single-purpose agency. The reason was that Head Start had a chance to be a regular recipient of United Way funds. I soon found out that the seeds of Head Start were planted and nourished by MCEOC and other community citizens here. They were the pioneers. What an amazing group of people they were. Before I came, much was in place. They not only had a center at the Wesley Methodist Church, but it was rent-free and utility-free. They had 60 families enrolled in the program. They had a bus. They had a board that included a wide variety of community representatives, including low-income parents. I stayed as Head Start director until 1992. I would not have missed that time for anything. Some highlights during those years. Expansion. We started expanding the program in 1978, and expansion continued. We added staff and centers, started a home-based program, received funding to administer Head Start in Livingston County. So our name was changed from McLean County Head Start to Heartland Head Start. Take professional development. Head Start hired partly from the community they served. That included people who became teachers, assistant teachers, bus drivers, food service staff. No one got paid lots of money, but professional development was a priority even back in the 70s. In those early years, teaching staff attended Illinois State to go through their early childhood series of classes. The board saw that they got not only tuition, but also paid them time off to attend those classes. What else? In the 1980s, we got a special federal grant to increase multicultural awareness. Staff and parents presented a workshop at the National Head Start Association in San Antonio, Texas. Then there were community partnerships that continued. Centers were added in Bloomington and in Normal. Partnerships included school districts, universities, housing authorities, health departments, and others. That's true for the program today also. I think this all goes back to those people at MCEOC and other community members who assumed that of course our communities would support Head Start. They started the program with those assumptions. Head Start was never a federal program plunked down in the middle of our communities. It was of the community. It belonged to the community. What have been some of the delights over the years, at least for me? Diversity. Community action and Head Start brought together such a variety of people. I mean, board and policy council and other projects and activities might include Head Start parents, State Farm executives, university academics, ministers, doctors, dentists, lawyers, Democrats, Republicans, people who lived at Country Club Place, people who lived in public housing, and everything in between. The amazing thing is that it worked. I don't mean that everyone agreed. No way. Rather, that everybody learned from each other. Another delight, immersion. People in community action and Head Start were immersed in the job at hand, ready to do what it takes to support children and families, never in a condescending way. So after 1992, I continued to have great Head Start experiences and still do. In the early 90s, I facilitated a photo project called A Year in the Life of Head Start. It included 22 programs around the country. For 8 years, I was on the staff of Ohio State University on a Head Start grant providing training and technical assistance in this region. In 2009, I hiked with a group of 4 other Head Starters to the bottom of the Havasupai Canyon to visit a small American Indian program called Havasupai by Head Start. Head Start is everywhere. And now, leaders and managers honed their skills during those years. Deb White now works as one of the leaders in Mid-Central Community Action. One of her roles is to continue partnering with Head Start. Darlene Weber still does monitoring reviews for the Office of Head Start. I'm part-time retired, and I do monitoring reviews and provide online training to Head Start programs. So for anyone who may not know, what about our local Heartland Head Start program now? We can be proud of them. They now serve over 400 families in McLean and Livingston counties. Debbie Ditchin will be going into her 20th year as Head Start Director. The program has some special grants, such as providing mentoring for teachers and a grant to partner with the Children's Discovery Museum. Head Start, as a national program, now serves almost 1 million families a year. Programs are in every county in the USA. There is increased emphasis on program accountability. Those who would like more in-depth information can go to the Office of Head Start website. It's www.eclkc.org. It stands for the Early Head Start Learning and Knowledge Center. So what about those pioneers of our programs? Those from Mid-Central Community Action, along with other citizens who founded Head Start here. In general, I would say they are still so active here in Central Illinois. They are immersed in our communities and continue to have an impact. They serve on boards, come to Martin Luther King events, go to Tai Chi, walk the trails, advocate for low-income families, help build homes, provide legal services, provide leadership in their churches and other nonprofit and civic groups. Many are still immersed in the greater good of the people of our area. I thank those pioneers for being role models for all of us. I didn't realize in 1972 that life could be this much fun and hard and rewarding and meaningful. You modeled a life of immersion.